What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's the Resistance. Shout outs to everybody out there. Appreciate y'all joining in. We've got an update, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we do. Shattuck Hotel. That's what I like to call it, but it's actually the Shattuck Hospital, State Hospital, Boston, Massachusetts. Jamaica Plains, Boston, Massachusetts, ladies and gentlemen. So, we had a video up there, maybe about, actually it was on March 29th, 4 months ago. And I got hands put on at that hospital. Called the state troopers, notified that I was, assaulted. And I also put in a records request on with the city. The city denied me. I got the receipts. I'll be showing you that soon. But surprisingly, what I received in my email, ladies and gentlemen, is body camera footage from when this trooper showed up. Now, I'm going to show y'all this in a minute, but I just want to familiarize y'all with the video of what went down. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I appreciate y'all. Ronnie Swisher, Annabelle Dickerson, Mike Ramirez, James Michael Moore. Appreciate all y'all. Let's get into it. Location of incident: Lemuel Shattuck Hospital, 170 Morton Street, Jamaica Plain, Massachusetts, 02130. Open 24 hours. Phone number 617-522-8110. A public accessible area. I'm covering the story on the building. That's all you need. That's all you need to know. That's all. How you going to tell me how to cover the story?
You're not allowed to take on state property unless you have permission from the CEO of this hospital. Okay, this is not public property. Okay?
This is state property.
It's not, but
state
it's
property.
It's not public property. I put my hand down because I informed you once, sir.
Do not touch me, sir.
Why are you taking
not
this?
touch me. You're touching me.
Why? Call the state police.
Call police
We're not
because.
calling state police.
Okay.
Okay. Go to the office. I'm not getting them the paperwork.
It's simple as that. What is this, dog? Okay, bro, you are. Stop.
No, don't touch me, bro. Don't touch me again. If you touch me, I will be forced to protect myself. And that's the problem that we had right there, and with the other guard who, put his hands on in the camera, trying to block me, basically restrict me from my First Amendment. Shout out Sergeant Sire. So that's the video from March 29th. Now, I just received body cam video from Trooper Davidson Lamar. Let's check that out real quick. Shout outs Andrea Takaki. What's going on? I appreciate y'all. All of y'all. The gang's all here. All right, so we got body cam footage from State Trooper Davidson Lamar. Actually, let's get into the incident report real quick. Blow this up for y'all. Let me see. Not much on it, but there, it is a report, and it states what the trooper did at that incident on the date of March 29th, 2022. So it's 170 Morton Street, Shattuck Hospital, Boston, Massachusetts. Primary officer, Trooper Davidson Lamar, 345987. So as information on, I guess this is supposed to be the witnesses, which is pretty much blank. But we do, this is blank right here. We do have an incident report that we can get into real quick. Shattuck campus. This is a summary of events that occurred on March 29, 2022, approximately 1418 minutes. I, Trooper Lamar, 3459, received a call from the Shattuck Hospital campus regarding an individual taking pictures and recording the hospital in the parking lot. The officer advised me when they asked that individual to vacate the premises, he refused. I advised the security officer that it was okay for our citizens to record government buildings from a public area as long as the individual was not inside the hospital or disturbing the peace. A few minutes later, I received another call from the individual that was outside the Shattuck campus stating that he was assaulted by the campus security guard and he wanted a trooper on scene. I arrived at the Shattuck Hospital and located the individual later identified as John McCullough outside the front entrance of the hospital. I first spoke to McCullough, who stated that he was just recording outside of the hospital, exercising his First Amendment rights, when the security guard told him to leave. He further stated that the security guard, identified as S.A., put hands on him. I then spoke to all the security guards and advised them that any citizen can record a government building from a public area, and as long as McCullough was outside and not causing a disturbance, it was acceptable for him to record. I spoke to Officer S.A. regarding the allegation that he assaulted McCullough. He stated that he did not assault McCullough. I went back outside and advised Mr. McCullough that he was all set to continue filming. McCullough stated that his First Amendment rights were violated and he wanted to press charges against the security guard. Mr. McCullough was told to contact the West Roxbury District Court if he wanted to make the matter further. So, what you guys don't know is after that situation, I was told by Trooper Lamar to get the report from the state barracks. He said I could pick it up from the state barracks because I needed that report in order to get to the courthouse to press charges. I needed that. So when I went to the state barracks, they pretty much flagged me away and said, you got to call this number, this and that. And I've been dealing with them long enough to know that they're not going to give me what I need. If I keep pressing, they're not going to give me what I need. I did call the number they gave me. I didn't get nothing happened. But then all of a sudden today, I receive an email. And because of what I did do after I went to the state barracks and they denied me the report saying that it wasn't there, I put in a public records request then to the state police. And it took them this long to give me this information. But I got it, and it's very telling. And it's kind of, in his report, he said that Officer S.A. said that he didn't assault me. But I hear something different in the body cam. So just hold on for a minute. I'm going to pull that up real quick. Shout outs again to everybody in the chat. The Queen Renetta Williams, Chris Pipewright. Appreciate you. Annabelle Dickerson, James Michael Moore, Fred Levi. Sorry about that. Don't mean to butcher your name. Scarecrow 1776. All right, I'm about to pull this video up. This is the body cam video. Body cam vid right here. This is Trooper Davison Lamar arriving on my call. Now remember on his report, he mentioned that he received a call from the staff first, the hospital staff, and then he received a call from me. So he's actually now arriving for the call that I made when I was assaulted by the guard. All right, here we go.
How you doing? All right. So
I came onto the grounds just to record.
Yep.
Recording the building and everything, and I just walked up just to record that sign right there.
Okay.
The security came out and said I couldn't record. I told him, I said, well, I'm not committing a crime or anything. I'm just going to cover the story on the building.
Okay.
So the second security came out, this officer as well. They told me that I couldn't. He put his hands all on my face. The issue right now, Officer Essay put his hands on me. I was recording an employee that was in the vestibule. I didn't ever go in the building or anything.
All right.
He pushed me. That's assault. There shouldn't be no security guards here that's putting their hands on people because they're publicly recording. His name is Officer Essay. That's a superior, I believe.
Okay.
I would like that, for you to educate these people that
I will educate them. Okay.
All right.
I will give them talk to them.
And I want to press charges on Officer Essay.
Give me a minute, okay?
All right.
All right. We're on camera, okay? I'm recording.
I don't know if y'all just noticed that, but he just informed the state trooper Davidson Lamar just informed the security guard we are on camera. And remember, they all work for the same people. They work for the state, okay? So he let him know real fast. And he didn't do nothing wrong. But he definitely let him know we are recording. Guard your tongue.
All right. We're on camera, okay? I'm recording.
Shout out Joe Casano.
Is it all your security?
Yes.
All right. Is he in there too?
Yeah.
All right. If somebody is on state property but they're outside, legally they could record whatever they want. It's outside. It's access to the public. All right. They could do whatever they want. They could record. That's their First Amendment right to record.
But see, it was a whole different situation before the state trooper arrived. It was a whole different situation. They weren't trying to let me do anything. I mean, I got the examples right here. The examples is crazy on how they were blocking my First Amendment. Okay, they were keeping me from recording. I was there peacefully, not bothering anybody. I mean, it's just so many examples like this one right here. This one was a crazy one.
I see the paperwork. No, you can't. I don't have the paperwork.
You guys can't. May I have your name, please?
Huh?
May I have your name? Who are you?
Chief Francis Toner. You are not allowed to tape on.
Please, put your name. There you go, right there. This trooper notified those guards that anybody, a member from the public, could come on state grounds and take pictures. That's not letting me take pictures. Okay? That's not letting me conduct my First Amendment. All right? They just turned it into a whole different story because they tried to keep me from recording. Hands down, please.
I will not put my hand down because I informed you once, sir.
Do not touch me, sir.
Why are you
Do not touch me. You're touching me.
Why are you touching me?
I'm not going to
touch you.
That's one example. We can go back to more examples. Let's get back into Trooper Lamar speaking to the security guards inside.
If they come in here, that's something else. We have information that they cannot record. But if they stay outside, they're just reporting the building or the public parking lot, they can do that.
What about the patients outside?
Patients outside is public. Anything.
Patients outside is public, okay? But the resistance that I was receiving from these security guards was terrible. I mean, y'all seen the video. I'm going to keep going back to show y'all little small examples of what I went through. But now they sitting there like three ducks as if they don't know what happened. Okay, look how humble they are right now. This one right here had just a few seconds ago, I showed you he had his palm. Okay, he had his palm and right in the frame of my camera telling me what I couldn't do. This one right here, he didn't do too much. But he said a lot. He said what I couldn't do. This one, he prevented me from recording. And we already know what Officer Essay did. Scarecrow 1776 said they should be arrested. If I did something that, violated the law to that extent, oh, man. Yeah, if I was in the State House or something like that and I put my hands in front of the news camera and was, causing a disturbance, because that's what it was. They were causing a disturbance. I was on state property. I'm a member of the public. I'm allowed to be there to take pictures, and they caused a disturbance. They definitely did.
Thing that it's not private, anybody could see. legally they could record. So if I'm driving, I could see a patient. I don't know what's going on, but I still could see it. It's public. It's considered public, so they could record.
And another thing, shout outs to Top Cat 8888 and Joyce Johnson. That's a Bain Act violation as well. Top Cat says Bain Act is California only. Bain Act is definitely California only, but ladies and gentlemen, it's also a federal law. So it definitely applies. So if you're doing on a state level outside of California, then you have to go a different route. But federally, it's the same thing, the Bain Act.
So I know you guys seen the First Amendment rights, people going to state police building, any buildings, they're recording. Legally, they can't do it. As long as they're not recording any private where you tell them they cannot go, they start recording, they can't do that. But public property, they could do it. Okay? Who's Officer Essay? So,
all right, so we about to get into Officer Essay, right? And before we do, what we want to do is we want to go into what Officer Essay was doing, how he was preventing me from recording. So we're going to go into the main situation because my main allegation of this whole thing is unwanted touch. He touched me. I did not ask him to put his hands on me. I was not in any restricted area. I was nowhere or did anything for him to put his hands on me. Give me 1 second. I'm pulling that up right now. So this is the scene where I was right up under the little tent, the canopy or whatever at the front entrance. And they were standing at the front door. And I went to the doors to record a female who looked as though she was coming out. As soon as I did that, that's when he put his hands on me. And that's my problem right there, along with the other guard putting his hand in the frame of my camera. So let's get into it. Before we get into what Officer Essay had to say, let's see what happened.
But how can you just trespass someone without them committing a crime? Sir, how can you just trespass someone without them committing a crime? But you know, I keep asking you the same question and you won't answer me. I keep asking you the same question.
That's the most jacked up thing about you. It's like you want to try to cause a commotion around.
No, I keep asking the same question.
Yeah, asking the same question.
And you
Why
guys,
are you not answering us?
Because I have the right to record. I have the right to record. I don't have to answer you.
Why are you not answering
Sir,
us?
I don't have to answer you.
That's the purpose, bro.
And here we go, right here.
Simple as that. What is this, dog? Okay, bro, you are stop.
Yo, don't touch me, bro. Don't touch me again.
So that second wave right there of his hand was actually the first thing that he did to me, which you guys didn't see. And I got more to come on that as well, because I FOIA requested that camera footage. And I'm going to show you what they replied. FOIA that back in April. It was March 29th when this happened. And in April, at least within that week, I had filed a FOIA request and for that footage. And I'll show you what happened later. You'll be surprised about that too. But
it's simple as that. What is this, dog? Okay, bro, you are stop.
Yo, don't touch.
That's how he used the back of his hand, put it on my shoulder, and put weight on it to try to push me back. And I told him, yo, stop touching me. Yeah, it was shout outs to Jonathan Nicola. I told him, stop touching me. That's unwanted touch. We already was going through a verbal situation, okay? And that was cool. You know, I'm always going through a verbal situation trying to, educate the public. And unfortunately, state workers like him on, the laws of public recording. But he took it a little too far when he put his hand on me and didn't require me to punch him in his mouth or to push him in his chest. No, I didn't require none of that. What it required was a complaint of unwanted touch. And I wasn't able to go further with this because I wasn't able to get the information, the police report from Trooper Lamar, because they told me at the barracks they didn't have it, and they denied me the body cam footage. And I got a whole lot on my plate, so I got a weight was heavier than others. And at the time, I had to slide this to the side, but voila, this body cam footage came. Not only the body cam footage, but the police report as well. And we're going to get into this. We're showing what Officer S.A. did, but we're going to get into what he said. What he's going to explain his side of it. Okay? So, moving forward.
Touch me, bro. Don't touch me again. If you touch me, I'm going to be forced to protect myself.
Exactly. Because he's preventing me from recording. Shout outs Frida M. Arlene. Exactly. He's preventing me. Now, I'm right there in front of that window recording. Legally, put his hands on me, preventing me to record through that window. That's a problem, okay? I'm outside in public, and they got a camera looking at me, but I can't stand and record the building? That's crazy.
Don't touch me, all right? I'm letting you know right now, don't touch me. Don't record. Don't touch me. Don't tell me who I can't record. You can't record. You crazy. Come on, man. You crazy. Bro. You crazy. You better not touch me again, bro. You can't. That's right. I need the state police up here because you put your hands on me. That's assault. That's assault.
Yeah. So I'm already going through problems with them verbally. Not able to record. Not able to stand out there peacefully. I didn't bother anybody. You know what I'm saying? I ain't putting no camera up nobody's face. I didn't follow anybody. I'm just out there. State property. State property is public property. Why can't I be out there? I got a camera on the whole perimeter. I might have got about 20 cameras looking at me. But when I'm a public citizen coming onto state property with my camera, it's a problem. Do y'all understand? That's the whole reason why I do this. A lot of people never question why they got to be recorded as soon as they come outside. But as soon as I come up with my camera, it's a whole problem. That's crazy.
Call them. I will.
So that's when I called state police. And let's get back to Officer S.I. Let's see what he had to say about the situation. It is very short and sweet. Very short and sweet. It's not long at all.
They could do it. Okay? Who's Officer S.A.? So tell me what happened.
So he was recording. I went out there and met him. I told him he can do it legally. You can't come to our house and you can't record on property. So he said he can. I was like, okay, no.
So right there, he already admitted. It already was on my camera, but he already admitted to the officer of the law what I couldn't do. All right? Like, deposition footage right here we could go over. You dig what I'm saying? So he already admitted that.
No problem. I was like, he started asking me, what's the paperwork? I was like, I'll call my boss and my boss will come out. And then I think my legal management was about leaving, and she saw us talking to him, and she was having a discussion with him. And he decided to walk towards the double doors and try to record it. I was like, no, you can't do this, sir.
He said, no, you can't do that. Keeping it straight. I'm very surprised. He's keeping it straight. He's admitting the violations that he's committed.
Can't have her face on camera. And I touched.
Can't have the woman's face on camera. She works for a state hospital, and you got the security forcing me back, pushing me back with his hand, telling me can't have the state employee on camera.
And I was like, okay, no problem. I was like, he started asking me, what's the paperwork? I was like, I'll call my boss and my boss will come out. And then I think my legal management was about leaving, and she saw us talking to him, and she was having a discussion with him. And he decided to walk towards the double doors and try to record it. I was like, no, you can't do this, sir. You can't have her face on camera. And I touched him on the shoulder, and he goes, oh, you just assaulted me and stuff.
He just admitted that he made physical contact. It's the whole reason why I called Officer Davidson Lamar to the scene. Okay, so this was a valid call. All right, it's on my footage, and now he's on Officer Lamar's footage, admitting the unwanted touch. That's great.
Like that.
All right. I'll be there. I'll just talk to him.
But what's very surprising is that Officer Lamar just cuts it off right there. I was going to take a little snippet to the end. And when he says that he touched me, he admitted that he touched me.
On camera. And I touched him on the shoulder, and he goes, "Oh, you just assaulted me."
Officer Lamar just says, okay, and cuts it right on off.
Stuff like that.
All right. I'll be there. I'll just talk to him.
I'll be damned. He'll just talk to me.
All right. I just went inside and I educated our security guard as to you could record anything public. That's the public. You could do whatever you need to do as far as recording. You didn't cross those lines and start recording, so you're all set. As far as the issue regarding what?
How do I handle the issue regarding the guard putting his hands on?
You could go to West Roxbury District Court.
Okay.
Talk to them about filing charges.
Talk to this gentleman?
No. West Roxbury District Court. Yeah, you could go to court and tell them you were assaulted by a security guard on state property.
Okay. May I have his name, full name? May I have his full name? The guard who I told you that assaulted him?
Your name also?
He doesn't need my name.
So that's another situation right there. But let's just explain what happened with Officer Lamar. What he tried to do was he tried to pull a smooth over. Okay, he tried to ignore the fact that my complaint was Officer Essay putting his hands on me. All right, he didn't even want to. He didn't even want to acknowledge that situation. He didn't even want to write a report on that. So he brushed it off and said, "You just go to West Roxbury." What I'm gonna go to West Roxbury with when you tell me to go to the barracks to pick it up? And they tell me we ain't got nothing for you. So what I supposed to go to West Roxbury with? I can't go to West Roxbury with nothing. Okay? Because I need a police report. So he tried to smooth it over, act as though it wasn't a thing that I was complaining about that man Essay putting his hands on me. That's why when he walked out, he said, "I'll talk to him." That's what he said. I'll talk to him.
Yard on state property.
Okay. May I have his name, full name? May I have his full name? The guard who I told you that assaulted him?
Your name also?
He doesn't need my name. And
I have to do a report. What am I going to put in my report?
Sure, if you want to do the report, I'm going to wait here. I want a copy of the report if you want to take my name.
I'm not going to do it right away. You can wait for
he's
a
not
while.
going to do the report
I got
right
24
away.
hours to fill out a report.
And
So he has to do incident.
I will be doing an incident report, so I will have to put you on your name.
Hold on.
I didn't put any hands on
Yes,
you.
you
No, I
did.
didn't.
Record.
I put my hands up in front of your
May I have an
camera.
apology for
No,
that,
you're not
sir?
getting an apology from me. I'm
You
sorry,
walked
sir.
up to me and did that.
I'm sorry. All right, we right here. Here you go. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
All right.
We need more
It's
officers
not-
like
it's-
you to handle things like this because I didn't come on here threatening anybody, being violent or anything. All these three officers came out and told it violated my civil rights.
I understand it's not that. I just educate them on what's going
But no,
on.
I just wanted to, what's your name?
Triple Lamar.
Trooper Lamar. I appreciate you.
All right.
Let's say day, bro.
You as well. Thank you.
I needed to cut that off right there because I wasn't sure if he was working for me or for them. And it wasn't no use to keep going back and forth with this guy. Obviously, he wasn't pressing the issue with pressing charges on the state security guard. So because I recognized that, I said, all right, I need the information on how to get the report. And he told me at the end of this video to get it from the state barracks. And like I said, for the third time, I went to the state barracks and they told me they didn't have anything for me. I just received this today, earlier today. Just downloaded the video maybe about 2 hours ago.
You want my ID?
Yes, sir. LAMA now?
2R.
ARR?
20.
RRE?
Yeah.
I think so.
3459.
3459?
Yeah.
And first name?
Davidson.
DAVID, that's the one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we got informed today. I always thought, we were led to believe for years that no one was allowed.
Some of us do think no one's allowed. Is the reason it's state property, no one is allowed. But outside is public.
This is basically
So they could record.
Going forward, you can come and record as
What
much as you
happened
want.
now is that you guys violated my civil rights.
Now he just educated and he understands, so it won't happen again.
I know,
Okay.
I'm just not, and don't.
That's crazy, Trooper Lamar. You're a black man, you know. I do understand that, the first civil rights case taken to court was by the Ku Klux Klan for freedom of their hate speech. But I would like to also think that it's been used a number of times for the civil rights of black people. And for you to say, well, I'm going to smooth over on the civil rights situation and let you know that they're educated now. That's just like saying, don't pass the gun line. Like, that's crazy right there for him to see that. And he see that I'm trying to move forward with press the charges because my civil rights was violated. But, he put me through a whole spin. But because I put the public records request in with state troopers in Massachusetts, this is why I received this information. And it was like 4 months later, 5 months later. Crazy.
Know that they've already violated my civil rights.
If you wanna do that, take it. Like I said, take it. We're stopping with this report.
Give them my information so you can take the report.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. I guess this is all set now?
Yeah, it's all set. You know what? I'm gonna do a quick little gist on my end. You mind if I grab your info as well?
It's definitely all set for them. Now I'm gonna fast forward real quick because I had put some private information out, and it really ain't private because I'm all over YouTube. And if you want to find out anybody's information for real, if you do a deep Google search, you'll find it out. So I always laugh at when people call themselves trying to dox somebody or whatever. But let me see what this guy says right here.
It's all set now?
Yeah, it's all set.
Can he be bad? We have a policy, we bar people from the property for behavior. I mean, can he be bad?
That's like a retaliation.
Wow. Listen to this. Listen, I didn't even hear this part. I'm seeing everything y'all can see in real time. This part right here, I didn't even watch. So this is a live reaction from me because I didn't even hear this part. And Trooper Lamar surprisingly set him straight. He said, "Can he be barred for like behavioral issues?" He said, "Well, that's like retaliation." Trooper Lamar's smart. He ain't want to get involved with that. Let's take that back real quick. Wow.
We have a policy, we bar people from the property for behavior. I mean, can he be bad?
That's like a retaliation.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah, you can't do it. Yeah.
I'm just curious. Huh?
We're still
recording. No, I was just curious. I mean, because we do.
Wow, Trooper Lamar advised him a second time. Wow, send it to the ACLU. Scarecrow 1776 says. I think ACLU only accept cases that set precedents. I don't think this would set too much of a precedent. Oh, it's definitely worth going through. And y'all know I always keep what I have going on legally. I keep that kind of like on the side, on the tuck, because it's no use in informing you guys unless I win. All right. As far as going forth suing them, I mean, of course, I will let you know along the way if there's any stops or pitfalls or why they would, but it hasn't happened so far. It's no use in that. When it comes, then you guys can see what happened. But like I said, if y'all really want to know that bad what I got going on through the state of Massachusetts, search for it. It's all public information. But Trooper Lamar, wow, he warned him again. Remember, we're recording. Wow, that's crazy.
We have a policy. We bar people from the property for behavior. I mean, can he be barred?
That's like a retaliation.
That's like a retaliation. Shout out to Jonathan Nicola. First Amendment retaliation claim. Wow. Yeah, he went a little too far right there in this recording. That ain't fishing. Trooper knows what's up. Flat Earth Patriot. Top Cat 8888 conspiracy to violate at the resistance.
Yeah.
I'm just curious. Huh?
You're still
recording. No, I was just curious. I mean, because we do.
Yeah, that's no, you can't take that route.
Wow.
Triple Lamar, the barracks that covers this area?
Look, I had no idea that was going down. I'm waiting for him to come back to me. He's about to take my information right here.
Y'all last
McCullough.
Easy.
ON. BLUE. BLOODZ.
And
that's
eyezonbluebloodz.
Yes.
At
gmail.com.
All right.
Shout out to Kappa. Stop.
We all trying to educate.
We all trying to educate. He called himself playing judge, being fair, but that's not his job. You know what I'm saying? If I violate the law, he's going to act on that. But when they violate the law, it's just slightly different. Different enough for them not to be subjected to any type of consequences or penalties.
I already got your name on right there. Okay. I'm not going to ask you. You said I could go down to Roxbury.
West Roxbury District Court, right down before you hit Forest Hills. Okay? All right. I'm doing that.
One of the officers on the one that assaulted me.
No, the other thing before.
Where's officer? Where's the security guard?
That's right.
Yeah. Can I get his full name?
So he's on his way. Officer Essay gone. But son, he was in there the first time, gave him his little story. Now he gone. So he comes back in. Officer Essay comes back in to get his information. And remember on the report, all we had was Officer Essay. Well, I wouldn't expect any of his private information to be in that report anyway. But all that I have on that guard is Officer Essay. This video, and then he works for that state building, which is the Shattuck Hospital in Jamaica Plain, Boston, Massachusetts. I was to say Jamaica Plain, Boston, Massachusetts. Well, he's looking for Officer Essay, and he's gone. So this is almost the end of the video. There you go. And he cut it off. No matter. We don't know what he told them after that. They probably had a big conversation after he cut that recording off. But that's the recording right there. So what I'm going to move into next is the public records request that I submitted to the city. And I'm about to pull that up in 1 second. I just want to show y'all what they told me. It was quite interesting. And I submitted this public records request within the week, within 7 days from when this happened. And that was on March 29th. So it was very shortly after when I submitted this public records request. And it was simple. They basically told me that I had to I had to appeal or sue them. This is in their own words right here. This is their response on my public records request, requesting the footage. The purpose of this public records request is to requesting the footage of the officer actually putting his hands on me. But I don't know. It don't seem like I need that footage now because he admitted to it. He admitted to the touching. And combined with all the resistance they were giving me to not record, it's a First Amendment violation. I mean, I could be wrong, you know. I don't know. I'm considering putting the paperwork in. I'm just thinking, you know, what would be the better route, state or federal with this one? I do my research. But let's get into this email of what they sent me. So it says, this is by J. Pena, public records request. The Dear Mr. McCullough, the Massachusetts Department of Public Health. The department has provided you with the response dated April 27th, 2022 to your public records request, assigned DPH tracking number, hospital with the number, whatever. As previously stated in our response, in relevant part, you wish to challenge the department's April 27 response, which was they did not give me the footage. You may appeal to the supervisor of records following the procedure set forth in 950 CMR 328 whatever state bullshit code pursuant to GL C66 10A. You may also seek judicial review by commencing a civil action in Suffolk Superior Court. As a courtesy to you, I am watching another copy of the PRL's appeals regulation. Thank you. And I gotta apologize because the initial denial of my public records request, which was concerning the footage, I'm still looking for it. I got it, but it was from a different person in the department. This J. Pena, he's the top dog. I sent in another response, and I'm gonna go into this right here. This is my request. I demand the footage. From the surveillance camera at the front entrance of the Lemuel Shattuck Hospital at 170 Morton Street, Jamaica Plain, Massachusetts 02130, between the hours of 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. on 3/29/2022. Failure to follow orders and demands public servants is a fraud. Code Title 18, Section 1346, Honest Services Fraud. And this is what they had sent to me to appeal for the denial of them not giving me the footage that I was on of being assaulted by the state security guard. All this list of bullshit that I never even paid attention to because I feel as though if I'm a sue, I ain't gotta go through this. I already got the evidence. I'm not going through that. So, yeah, the reason for denying me the footage is because they would be possibly showing residents' faces, exposing their private information. Just bullshit. All right, we already heard this trooper state that as long as he's not inside, he's on public property. I want to give a shout out to everybody in the chat, man. I appreciate y'all rocking out with me. John Denicola, Flat Earth Patriot, Top Cat 88, Perfect Sense Resistor is free to stay. I know that's right. Jim Crunetti, XXGOX, Copper Stopper, Frida M. Arlene, appreciate you. Scarecrow 1776. Queen Renetta Williams, all the way from Wynn, Arkansas. Joyce Johnson. Barry Frost. Joe Casano. Y'all make sure y'all have a good night. Be safe. Ladies, get a dash cam. Fellas, always record. Always record. It's the resistance.
Hit the likes. Everybody about to get killed out here. Like it for everybody.
I'm just a picture. A picture in a frame. Pause. I don't control. I paint word pictures on the canvas of life.
I'm everywhere in public.
It's the resistance.
I'm just a black man with cameras.